I'd had a choice, and I had to remember the day that I decided. So during our time together, here's what you're going to hear. It's what's driven me and many others. I'm Lori McAfee, and you're joining me for the first episode of Get Your Rear in Gear with Lori. This may be the first episode that I've recorded and actually released, but it's the 10th time that I've hit record, 9 of which have been deleted. And then I had to remember that, y'all, it's not about being perfect. It is just about getting your story out there. And so you won't get to sit here with me if I don't hit record and not delete. So I'm going to give you a little bit of glimpse into my choice and my decisions on why we're here at Get Your Rear in Gear with Lori. And the day I decided was the day I almost ran away. I was standing at the end of my driveway and I laughed at the fact that I could be halfway across the country before anyone even missed me. Yeah, you heard me. I could be halfway across the country. And I laughed. And something hit me really hard that was a really twisted thought. And that wasn't me. But I had become something I didn't even recognize. Because I knew running away wasn't going to fix it. And the reason is because everywhere I went, there I was. So I couldn't escape myself, even if I wanted to escape reality. And the day I made that decision was the day that I made a choice to rediscover who I was. Because on the outside, when you're looking at me, it looked like sunset on a summer day. But on the inside, it was quite the opposite. It was midnight in the middle of winter. I was living one way in my head and another way on the streets. Lonely in a crowded room. And that day, at the end of my driveway, I decided to rip off all the masks because I could no longer stand the person that I had become. I didn't know who I'd become. I didn't love who I had become. And the pain of staying the same hurt and was stronger than I knew the pain of change was going to be. And I knew it was going to take some work. It was going to take some commitment. And I was going to have to do some really deep soul searching and getting some things real with myself, being honest with who I was. And that is where my rediscovery journey began. It's the catalyst that put me in to get my rear in gear with myself and why I'm here with you on the other side. It was me regaining my power. And that power had been buried for so long under you're not enough. The feeling of unseen, unloved, unheard. I kept continuously living the lies that were on replay in my head that sounded something like an old familiar melody of Forever Here, Never Enough by Unseen Loveless. Obviously, you know that's not a real song. But it was what I kept telling myself. That's what I kept believing. And everything I did was based on that lie of you're not enough. No one sees me. No one hears me. No one loves me. I'm never going to be good enough. Never going to make it. Nothing's going to ever change. But I had to make a decision to change my mind and remember that all my life I'd had a choice, and I had to remember the day that I decided. So during our time together, here's what you're going to hear. It's what's driven me and many others to step out into faith, overcome the fear of failure, choose progress over perfection, and walk into our purpose as one that we were created to be. So I want you to know there's many more to come. Many more times that you and I are going to sit down and we're going to talk. We're going to work through how we can get our rear in gear to become the person that we were created to be. So welcome to Get Your Rear in Gear with Lori.